Hey guys, welcome back to my project. This is Eric. The Epaper display is always interesting. Always have the last screen even when the power is off. Also, despite its low power and display, it can consume minimum battery power. The product I choose is a very small 1-inch Epaper based on the ESP30 Pico board launched by LILYGO. In today's video, we talk about some of the work that needs to be done before developing something with this product. The USB serial driver must be installed and the library must be installed to display Hello World to the screen. If you are already ready to develop for this, you don't need this video. This is showing the list work that must be done after you get this product. Libraries for e-papers are also making a lot of progress. Not only you can easily display text and images, but you can also update them only on certain parts. This avoids redrawing the entire screen and enables faster screen update. I think the full-fledged project will start with the next video. Today I reviewed the product and organized the development environment. Let's get started. This is LILYGO's mini Epaper core. As you can see here, the size is very small. ESP30 Pico is included in this case. There are 2.54mm pitch female connectors on the back of the case for expansion. This allows the necessary sensor to be attached. The battery is not included, but the thickness of this product is about 1.1 cm. It's a size that can be used to make accessories such as key holders. The three-way toggle button on the top can act as 3 buttons. I think this is a good idea too. The USB Type-C port is located below. I don't know if it was made separately to make the product small, but it's inconvenient to use. The USB serial product is essential to upload your program. Perhaps the products from this company are designed to use this external USB to TTL. It doesn't matter to users of the general products, but I think it will be very inconvenient for developers. Anyway, you can connect this USB serial device under the mini Epaper core and debug it by connecting the USB-C cable from your PC. Also, the problem is that we need to purchase this USB serial device separately. That's not good. Anyhow, it's still small compared to my favorite TTGT display product. This product reminds me of the Tamagotchi that I used to play with when I was young. If I have a chance, I'd like to try a fun project like it. I hope something interesting will be made with this. I will install the driver for the USB 2 serial. The link to download drivers is provided in the description below. LILYGO's TUT2, which is USB to TTL, use the CH340K chip. As usual, you can download and install the driver according to the OS you are using. But the problem is MacOS. The device ID of the CH340 driver for Mac provided by this company seems to be incorrect. Luckily, our user inquired with this company and has shared the revised version. If you are not in a hurry, I recommend you to use the official version provided by this company's website. I installed the version that he shared and confirmed that it works fine. After installation, in the security and privacy, you must allow this driver to be used in your system. This completes the driver installation of the USB 2 serial for macOS. Let's open the Arduino IDE, connect between my Mac and USB to TTL. Because the CH340K driver is already installed, the port that you can connect to comes out immediately. Select this new port and select ESP32 Pico. If you cannot select the ESP30 board, you can add an additional URL for ESP30 board information in the preference. With this, we can upload and debug the program we will create to the mini Epaper. This is the beginning of all development, so we need to be clear about this. Now let's get the examples that this company actually provides to us. To run examples, we must first add the necessary libraries. If you look at the GitHub in this product, you will find examples as well as libraries that we need. I will download this project and make it easy to build. The actual project used only the necessary libraries. After downloading and extracting the entire project, you will see several folders. You can also see the 3D file folder. It's including the SDL file so that you can print the case of the product with a 3D printer. You can see the RIP folder that contains the library you need to run the example. To make sure it works by default, I will simply copy the libraries in the RIP folder to my Arduino library folder. If the library already exists, I will not copy it. If there is a problem running the examples, please copy the entire library. That's the easiest way to do it for now. I copied all the necessary libraries to my Arduino library folder. An example to test here is a hello world. I will not change anything in this example. It's a kind of the test of whether the build is completely normally in the development environment I created and the program can be uploaded to mini Epaper. I will upload it now. I hope it succeeds in one shoot. There is no problem with the build. It means our library works fine. Start uploading to device. It says it's connecting, but it cannot be connected. Eventually the upload failed. I know what the problem is. You must change the device to download mode. If you reset while pressing the toggle button, it will be in download mode. You can currently see waiting for download printed on the console. It's good to see where it is in watching the serial monitor. Then it's good to go. I will go back and upload the program again. Wow, it will be uploaded this time. Seeing the result, Hello World is finally being printed on the screen. I remember doing print Hello World when I first started programming. Maybe most of us print Hello World the first time we run a language, don't we? In addition to the Hello World example, there are examples where you can learn how to display them on the screen in Epaper. It'll be very helpful if you refer to this. I think it's been a while since I haven't seen an interesting product. I will have to think about what kind of project I'm gonna do with this, but it's definitely be interesting. I will be back with an interesting project. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you in the next project.